everybody, welcome back to our channel. Yes, hi you guys. Welcome back to our segment on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Mo Talk.
It's a motor.
It's Mo Talk.
The Mo
M
Talk.
for Moira, O for
Uh-huh.
Fenton Talks, because we talk about everything and anything under
Under
the
the
sun.
sun.
Yes. Also, disclaimer: if you guys hear any noise in the background, we do apologize. There's load shedding.
Yeah, it's
We're in South
happening
Africa
right now.
people.
It just started.
So yes.
But nonetheless, thank you so much for your love and support.
for the subscribers,
We are growing.
big
people.
kudos to you. Shout
Thank
out to you.
It's all because of you.
It's all because of you. Guys,
And
let's
thank
get to 1K. Road to 1K.
Yeah.
We are here.
We are here.
We're close.
Thank you so much. We love you. We appreciate you. And we see you.
We see you.
We see you.
We see
We
you.
see you.
Yes.
So yeah, today we want to talk about
Loving yourself.
loving yourself. Yeah, that's what we're talking about today. We've got our Bible, we've got our notes.
Notes.
Proceed. Okay, Bible, notes. All right. Phone.
I promise you, I promise you I'm on my notes, okay?
Okay. Yeah. Well, she's on her notes. But anyway, yeah, that's what we have today. I'm just gonna kick it off. We want to talk about loving yourself, and in today's times, or well, there's so many ways people can say this is what I do, and in that I call it loving myself.
Yeah.
Right. There's many ways people go about loving themselves, you know, but we want to focus. For me, when I look at it and I sum it up, for me, okay, or for us, all right, it comes down to two kinds. And the first one we want to touch on, we want to look at is the kind that looks at really all you think about is just entirely yourself. You're not thinking in that love, you're not thinking of the next person, you're not thinking of a person sitting next to you, you're not thinking of the people around you, even though there's people around you, even though there's someone right here, you could not be bothered. All you're thinking of is you. They call it me, myself, and I. All right? That's all you're thinking about. That's it, offense. I mean, me,
That's all.
myself, and I. No Tom and Jerry. No Nicole and Gloria in this.
No
fact.
kid next door.
Okay?
Kid
No
next door,
neighbor, no friend, no brother, no sister, even though they exist.
We
All
exist.
Yeah, exist. What are you doing on here? I exist.
Apparently not.
It's like,
It's like, set it up.
okay. All that person is thinking about is themselves. They couldn't care that I've got a sibling or a cousin or a brother or a mom or a dad or a family member or a school member or a teacher or a neighbor.
Yeah.
They only care about themselves. It's love, isn't it? Love, offensive? I mean, let's be honest.
Yes.
They call it
Yes.
love. They call it love.
They do.
Okay, but this kind of love, unfortunately, is a selfish kind of love. You know, it's selfish. It only thinks of itself. It's self-centered. Everything must be about that person. If it's not, things falls apart. All right, like no, the house turns upside down if it's not about that person. Things blow up. At this point, I wish I had a balloon going with confetti coming out. But nonetheless, next time, we must
Maybe,
work on
maybe.
we must work on effects, some dramatic effects.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll work on that. But anyway, imagine it.
Without the confetti though. Like more like the mushroom type explosion, the one that goes boom, and then it's like damage. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so things like that. So if things don't go according to what they want, things falls apart. And for real, this is not games, people. I mean, really, people get sick. I mean, people get mad. People want to go to town and just start,
Yay! I said That's
You know?
today.
So they call it love. It's called love. And when you ask, but why do you do things like that? Why are you like that? Why is it always me, me, me? You know, you're self-centered, you're selfish, you're arrogant. You know, why is it just? And some can even admit, I know I'm arrogant. I know I've got an attitude. I know I'm this. I know they're not shy to admit it and to own it. And when and their reason would be, I'm looking out for myself. I'm loving myself. I'm caring for me. You know?
Yeah.
And the reason they'll be using would be, no one else will, or no one can love me
The way
I must
can
be
love
loved.
me.
You know, they'll have reasons. You know, they'll have reasons. But at the end of the day, Ofense, is that the right kind of love? Why? Can you please help me understand? This person is loving themselves, girl. We're talking love of self. We're talking about loving yourself. Don't they, pass that test to say, did you love yourself? What are you looking at? This
Sorry,
fluff.
there was like a piece of a thing.
And I saw it too. Yeah, anyway. You know, so don't they qualify to say they're doing it the right way? I mean, doesn't that qualify to say, you know what, at the end of the day, it's love. They're really loving themselves, and it's good. What do you say?
The reason why I'd say it's wrong to love yourself that way is because that love doesn't consider others.
Yeah.
And that love doesn't think about other people and their situations.
Yeah.
It thinks about only myself.
Yeah.
When you have that type of a love, it's a thing of, it's like it blinds you to only see yourself.
Yeah.
So you immediately disregard every other person in the room and what they might be going through and what they might be dealing with and what they are putting aside to be able to love you.
Yeah. No, even if they tell you could not be bothered, it still comes back to you. Have you ever said with someone, you try to tell them something, and somehow by the end of your conversation, somehow it has turned, it's still about them, and you wonder, how did we get there? I thought I was trying to tell this person what's going on with me. I need someone to talk to, and before you know it, it's no longer about you, it's about that person. You're like, but I was trying to tell you how my day went, and somehow we're talking about how your day went.
Yeah.
You know, it's true what Offense is saying, and it's really true that it's not a right kind of love. It's not good in the sense that it only considers itself. It doesn't care about the next person. So it doesn't benefit the people around. Or
if anything, it breaks them.
Yeah. But while it's bad for the next person, because we're going to talk about the negative side towards the other person. Is it good for me? Is it good for that person who's saying, but I'm doing it for me, you know, I'm loving myself, I'm all out for me. I'm all out for me. From here to Cairo, it's all about me. Let them all fall. Why? Why is it not good? I thought it's good for me. I mean, think about it. I am making it about me. For once, it's about me. You know how they'll say, for once, let it be about me. It's about me. Today, it's about me. I don't care how you all lot think. But why is it not good? I mean, it should benefit me. I mean, why is it not beneficial?
I don't know how to put it, but it's not good. It's not good for yourself because you're like trapped in this cycle of it always being about you, and the moment it's not about you, everything falls apart. You know, it's like the world is crumbling, and it would be a genuine thing. They wouldn't be trying to fake it. They would really be feeling, why is it about me? And it's not healthy. I don't know how to explain it.
I love that part where you say it's not healthy, and it's true, it's not healthy. One, you'll never grow up if, as long as it's about you, you'll never learn, and you don't make it about other people. You'll never learn to know that there will be times where it's not about you, and it's okay, and it doesn't mean you are not loved. So when you do that, and when you just make it up, or you want it to be about you, unfortunately, it is crippling to self.
Yeah.
To myself, it's very crippling, because we're not living in a world where it's always going to be about you. Point number one. So you'll always be in hurt, disappointed, angry. You'll be a very angry person, confused, because this life we live in is not always gonna be about you, unfortunately. No matter how much you wanna steer the vehicle to that direction that it should be about you, it's not always gonna be about you. You know, then it becomes crippling to you, the one who you are trying to protect, to say, I want to make it about me, I want to protect me, I want to, you know, you cripple your own self, you damage your own self, you hurt your own self, because somehow in your mind your belief is, it must be like this towards me, and if it's not, it means no one loves me. But is that true? No, it's not true.
Yeah.
So it's true what you're saying. It's not healthy. It's not good to be self-centered, to be selfish. It's not good for me, and it's not good for the next person. You know. And I mentioned earlier that we'll touch on why is it not good for other people. It's not good for other people because you know, while we think we can walk alone, I mean, how many times do people think I can make it on my own? The truth is we can't make it on our own.
on your own.
We can't make it on our own. We need the next person. We need that person, that stranger across the road. We need the next person. We do, to get to the next point in life.
Yeah.
Whether you want to admit it or not. We do need each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but if I become self, you end up alone. That's how damaging that is, because you'll find that no one wants to work with you tomorrow, because you don't know how to give, you don't know how to embrace others, you don't know how to accept others, you don't know how to accommodate, you don't know how to make one feel, you know. Then they at the end, they walk away, not because they hate you, they can't keep up it being about you all the time. Then they walk away, and you get left on your own. You become alone. And what does that do when you're alone? Then you become bitter. That's where it's damaging. Then you become bitter, you become angry, and you become sad, a very sad person, and you become jealous.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately. But it doesn't start off like that. You might start off with a group of friends, and all is going well for you, and they can tolerate your nonsense for a while of always being about you, and they can do it. But there comes a time where people, they get tired and weary over that, and before you know it, one by one, they just start falling away. And before you know it, you are alone, and you wonder, where is everybody? Where is so and so? Why am I alone? Where is so and so? And if you go ask those people, but you are no longer calling, you are no longer working with me, they will tell you, hey, my friend, whenever we start, it's just you never think of other people, you know. And if you don't quickly change, and you remain in that state of mind or way of doing things, unfortunately, you will be alone, unhappy, bitter, angry, sad, and jealous. But who's doing that?
It's all you're doing. Yeah.
It's my doing. It's my doing. You know, in the name of, I want you to love me. You know. So yeah, that's the first kind. That's the number one kind of love, which we believe, not think. We believe it's not good. You know, it's the kind where you think you are better than everyone else. You think you are it. You know. You don't think someone else has a better opinion than you, someone else has a suggestion to give, someone else, it's all about you. People must just stop. It stops with you. People must just stop and listen to you. And unfortunately, if it doesn't go that way, you fall apart. You know?
Yeah.
So it's true what you said, that it is not healthy at the end of the day. You know, I don't know if there's anything you want to add before we go to.
No, to be honest, I don't have anything to add. You really mentioned all the points, but really just to agree with you to say it truly isn't like a healthy place to put yourself in, all in the name of I want to love me, or I feel like nobody can love me the way I can love me. It's not a good place to be at.
It's not.
Because in the end, like you're saying, you're really going to end up alone. It's going to just be you, yourself, and you.
Yeah, like you started.
Me, myself, and I.
Me and myself and I. When I look out for me. Wow, that's a powerful point, Vince. I never thought of that revelation. What you just mentioned there, that's revelation. I've never thought of it that way. That we start off by saying it's about me, myself, and I. And the way it ends is it ends exactly like that. You, yourself, and you.
Exactly.
And no one around. But then this time, bitter, angry, sad, unhappy, jealous.
Yeah. So
wow.
So
that's a mouthful.
It's
but it looks attractive.
It does. In the beginning, it looks nice because
so
it's like,
logic.
you know, this person seems very confident. You know, they know how to stand up for themselves. You know, they know how to
They don't take nonsense. They don't take things lying down.
You know, it's like life is great.
Yeah.
Even me, I want, but then you wanna become their friend because it looks attractive from
the
outside.
Attractive. It's like
and it's like, oh wow, okay,
that's strong.
And then you become their friend, and you're like, but. Okay, I get you trying to love yourself, but do you consider that I'm a person that also needs to be loved, not just by myself, but by others?
Exactly.
And you don't get that from them. You're like, oh, okay, it's like, yeah, it can be you, yourself, and you. Leave you to
it's
be you,
terrible.
yourself, and you.
You know, and those people are brutal.
Yeah.
They're not gentle at all.
No.
They're not gentle at all. But let's think about it. Some of them, it's not that they woke up one day and decided I'm gonna be mean and I'm gonna make it about me, myself, and I. Some of them is because they've gone through things in life. They've experienced things in life, whether it's hurt or disappointment or whatever it is that really made them feel I have to make it about me, myself, and I. But today I want to say this to someone out there, that just because you went through something, someone caused you pain, because God never promised us that it's gonna be easy, that you won't encounter pain, you're not gonna be tested, you are not gonna be tried, you're not gonna be hurt. He said, but I'll be here for you. I'll never leave you nor forsake you. I'll comfort you. I'll be here. But somehow, I want to encourage some people out there to say, just because someone hurt you at some point in life, a person hurt you, or a group of people hurt you, or a family member hurt you, or someone at church hurt you, whoever, just because that happened, it doesn't mean you must withhold. You must not allow another person to experience your kind of love.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, Vince, if someone hurt you, it doesn't mean you must deprive me from drawing from your love. Now it's like I'm being deprived from the love Vince can give just because someone somewhere long time ago hurt her. Now it's like, you all lot, I ain't getting nothing.
Yeah, because, and I feel like sometimes I don't want to justify it.
Yeah.
But people, when they go through certain situations, they tend to say, okay, because I've gone through this, everybody's like that. Then they generalize.
But it's
everyone.
very wrong.
And it's not true. Not everyone is like that.
It's not true. I've experienced things.
Yeah.
She has experienced things. But it would be very wrong for us to say,
to someone,
to judge everyone, to say, you are like that, therefore I'm not working with you.
Yeah.
Or you are like that, I've been hurt, so therefore I don't associate with you. Or this one hurt me this way, therefore, you're not gonna know, you're not gonna know what it means to be for me to love you, or for me to be kind to you, or for me to be, they close up completely, and you've got this angry person and bitter, and they can't give yourself because of, they can't give of themselves because of what they have experienced in the past.
Yeah.
But again, that's why forgiving is very important. If you don't forgive, unfortunately, you are crippling yourself, because then you put yourself in a position where whoever you're not forgiving, they're moving on with life.
Yeah, life is
and
good
you
for
are
them.
stuck in that situation, and that time in your life, that era, you are stuck in it. Centuries have passed, time have passed, but you are still here, and you're battling to move to the next level. And who is being crippled here?
You.
It's you.
Yeah.
You know, so forgiving is really for yourself. Then we want to make it about anything else. Forgiving another person, you are allowing yourself to move on and to be able to experience life again with other people God has ordained for you to meet and experience life with, who won't cause you the same kind, they won't cause you the pain you've experienced.
Exactly. Yeah.
But because you think you withhold, because you think everybody's gonna do the same to you, then we fail to experience the life, the joy that God has in store for us in others. In others, you know. So it's very important that when you go through something, because you will, to forgive.
Yeah.
You know, and from there, allow God to heal you and begin to walk again, and open your heart. Don't close it, open it, you know, and let God experience offense. You know, let God experience offenses, kindness, love, and you know, beautiful attitude, and you know, all that, you know. Yeah, so forgiveness is very important in this matter.
It is.
Yeah, it's very important in this matter. So there might be people out there who say, it's not that I was always like this, you know, I've gone through something, and because of that, I found from then I never recovered.
Yeah.
But you can recover. We want to say to you today, you can recover. And how do you recover? By forgiving. Whatever happened, you need to go back and forgive, and it will help you. It's for you. It's for your own liberty, and
Yeah.
you'll be able to move forward,
To be able to let go of that situation.
and allow God to be God, and experience life in its fullness with the people God will bring in your life. And some, they are already there, but you cannot enjoy them because you are withholding and you are blocking. You know, when you withhold to give something, you are also blocking. It's two actions you're doing in one.
Yeah.
You are withholding, and while you are withholding, you are closing from receiving. So while I'm not giving, I'm not receiving either.
Yeah.
I'm not. So you're damaging yourself twice. So yeah, so we want to talk about now, that's a mouthful, hey. That's a kind of love that, you know, when people will think they're better than others, they've got it all together, or they've gone through things and they feel, now I need to look out for myself. Trust me, when you've gone through things, don't get to a place where you feel, now I need to look out for myself. Rather get to a place where you run to the cross. Let God heal your heart and start walking again and experience life.
Yeah.
If you allow yourself to get to a place where you say you want to look out for yourself, you're just going to hurt yourself further.
That's true.
Yeah. Now the second one we want to talk about is, you know, the kind of love where you love yourself for who God says you are, for what God made you to
The
be.
good kind of loving yourself.
You know,
The one you're supposed to be
the one
doing.
we're supposed to be doing, huh? Yeah, loving this, accepting this, and loving me, and, you know, accepting me, and not trying to be someone I'm not, and not trying to change who I am, and trying to be who I'm not.
Yeah.
You know, let's talk about that a little bit. What do you have to say there?
With that one, I feel like it runs and infiltrates into so many things. and being able to love and accept yourself like for who you are.
Yeah.
I feel like it's I don't know how to put it, but it's like it's a good thing, and it's also like a big step for people to like get to a place where you're like, you know what, I love me for me, and I accept who I am.
It shows growth also.
Yes, and not only who I am like emotionally and mentally, but also how I look.
Even physically.
Even physically, like to get to a place and say, you know what, I'm beautiful.
Yeah.
This is how God made me, and I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, and I'm gorgeous.
Yeah.
And yes,
I've got a mark here, I've got a freckle here and there, and my hair is this and that, and my fingers are this and that. But guess what? I love myself, and that doesn't mean, you know, going back to the other love where there's certain things we need to work on.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
There's certain things we need to work on. You might know I'm not patient and I need to be patient. And you don't go and say, I love myself, I'm impatient.
This is who I am.
This is who I am.
You must
get
just
used to it.
me.
Love
like,
me for who I am.
Like
No.
As
That's not what we are talking about here. It's firstly, you acknowledge who you are in God. And you acknowledge where you are lacking. To say, you know what? This is who God says I am, and I'm grateful, and I love it, I accept it. But in that, I'm lacking in this area.
Yes.
I still am not very patient, and I need to learn to be patient. Or I'm not kind, and I need to learn to be kind. Or I'm not gentle, and I need to learn to be gentle.
Yeah.
Or you know what? There's things I need to work on, but I'm acknowledging them. I'm not in denial about them.
Yeah.
But I still love myself. Do you get it? Do you get the difference? Not love me for who I am. Get used to it. This is me.
I mean, even God doesn't love you like that. He doesn't say, you know, He says, come to me as you are. Like He has enough love for you to come to Him.
For us to come to Him as we are, then He walks us out of it, into who He has created us to be.
Yeah.
You know, so this kind is not where we say, this is skin now, the way you see me. No. It's knowing who God says you are and say, thank you, Lord, for who you say I am. And realizing where you're lacking.
Yeah.
This is to say, with who God says I am, here, there's places where I'm lacking. And I know this God is faithful enough to help me get there.
Yeah.
And you say, but in that, I love myself. While I'm working towards what I should be in certain areas, I love myself. I love Moira.
Yeah.
I love Moira. Yes, I'm flawed. I've got flaws. You know, there's things I still need to work on. There's things I still need to get right. But I love Moira. You know, I love me.
Yeah.
I love me. I love the me who can acknowledge when I need help. I love the me who can acknowledge when I don't have it all together, because I don't have it all together. I love the me who can be honest with where I am. I love me. You get it? You know, not, you know. So we want to look at, you want to read for us? We want to look at Matthew 22 verse 39 before we go further.
So Matthew 22 verse 39 says, sorry, I need to find it. Yeah, it says, the second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. That is, unselfishly seek the best or higher good for others.
Now the Bible says we shall. It's an instruction. That's an instruction. That's not it's a command. That's not a maybe. If you feel like it, sometimes.
Like if you feel like it on a Tuesday,
do it on a Tuesday. And if you don't feel like it on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday,
it's okay.
Don't worry about it. And if you don't feel like it for the rest of the year, who cares? Okay. No. That's not it. Okay? The Bible says you shall love your neighbor as you love yourself. Now, how do you love your neighbor if you don't
Love
love
yourself.
yourself.
Yeah.
It's impossible to love another person if you don't love yourself. And I'm gonna give you an example. If I myself don't look after myself, you know, I don't look after my personal hygiene, I don't, you know, bath, I don't brush my teeth and make sure that, you know, I'm clean and I smell well. You know, it's not about buying expensive perfumes, it's just about knowing I need to get in the bath and take that soap and wash and put deodorant on and smell
Yeah.
good. You know, wash my face, brush my teeth. It's not about having that 3 skin regime, you know. No. It's just about waking up, washing your face, brushing your teeth, washing your body, dressing up, putting deodorant on and dressing. And it's not about wearing that label item. No, it's just about washing your clothes and putting and ironing it and wearing it and making sure it's clean
And it looks good.
and it
too.
looks good.
Yeah.
Not that you bought it at an expensive shop or no, but it's clean, it's washed, it smells good. If I can do that I know how to bath and look after myself, I'll be able to look after my neighbor.
Yeah.
How? If I see that it will be easy for me to love them that way. It will be easy for me to say, you know what, there's soap.
Yeah.
You know, it will be easy for me to say there's food because I'm looking after myself. I know I need to eat breakfast, lunch, and supper, and I feed myself. I get food I don't stuff myself. You know, so it's easy. It comes natural that I do the same for the next person. When someone visits me, because I feed myself, and I bath myself, and I look after myself.
It's like
When
common
someone
sense
visits
to
me,
do that for someone.
it's only natural that I do the same for them. What am I doing? I'm loving that person the way I love me.
Myself.
I wake up and I tell them, there's the bathroom. You can go bath. I've put soap for you there. I've put a cloth for you there. I've put a towel for you. I've put even a change of clothes for you there. So you can go bath. When you're done, we're going to have breakfast together. You know, what am I doing? I'm treating this person the way I treat myself. I'm caring for them the way I care for myself. That's loving. So there's no way. It's hard. It's important. It's impossible to love someone if you don't love yourself. No offense, eh?
Yeah.
I don't know. You know?
No, it's true. It's true that it is hard to love someone else if you don't love yourself. Yeah, it's true.
It is.
I agree with everything you said.
It is.
Because it you know, it's also a thing of, like, even at school, if you're a person who doesn't do your homework, or, like, you know, you're not, like, almost diligent in that, when someone else is struggling in that department, you can't help someone because it's something you like yourself.
Exactly.
So it's a thing of, we're all lacking together.
It's okay.
You know? It's
You can even advise them in the
exactly.
wrongdoing.
To be like, don't worry, the teacher's not gonna check.
Yeah.
You know, instead of being someone who already yourself, you're like, okay, I know I need to be on top of my work. I know I need to do this. If you're a person like that, it's easier for you to, like, see when someone is struggling and be like, do you need help? Do you, like, you know, and then say maybe if the person's problem is, sometimes I get too distracted and then I don't remember that I have homework and then life passes. Then you know that, okay, I have to check up on my friend to say, show me, did you do your homework? Show me, have you studied? Show me, you know, that's how you love someone. And yeah.
It's true. Love
Yeah.
is in our action. Love is in our action. I love the example she gave. If you are not a person who is on top of things, even with schoolwork, you can't give what you don't have.
No.
When a friend says, hey Joe, today Haka is Asepe, you are gonna say to that friend, then we are in the same WhatsApp group, don't worry.
Yeah,
Be
it's okay,
sharp.
we're going through this
You
together.
are not the
We
only
push
one.
together.
Have you ever had people say, you are not the only one? And someone getting excited to say, yo, I thought I was the only one. So yeah, no, Rishabh,
fine, Rishabh.
that you encourage each other even in wrongdoing, you know. But if you are diligent in things and you pay attention to things and you do your work and everything, and someone comes to you and say, I neglected to pay attention to 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll be able to do exactly what the scripture says. Love that person as you love yourself. You'll be able to say, you know what, next time maybe pay more attention, but I can help you because I paid attention.
Yes. And from then you help that person to pay attention.
You can help that person.
You remind them to say,
exactly.
did you do your work? Did you do this?
Yeah.
Have you?
And that's love. That's love. That kind of love benefits the next person. You know, and it's a big thing. This scripture is huge because to say, God is saying, He could have just said, go love others. Yeah, He really could have just said, go love other people.
And that doesn't put pressure to say, I must love you the way I love me.
Yeah,
because you can almost just say, Hachomi, you should have done your homework. Why didn't you do your homework?
Exactly.
Move on with life.
And also, He forces me to be responsible because we are so quick to tell other people, do this, do that, while I'm not doing it.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
Next time don't do it while I'm not doing it. So God is basically saying, can you start?
Yeah.
Then you can go, can you start loving yourself in that way? Making your bed in the morning. You love your coming to a bed that is made in the evening to get into it.
Yeah.
Make it in the morning when you wake up.
And it's funny, we are quick to like say, you didn't do your bed, you didn't clean your room,
exactly.
Your room is a mess.
While yours is looking like a pigsty. So, I mean, God could have just said, but He decided, nope, I'm going to give you a bigger homework. You're going to first go learn to love yourself, and then you go love others. So, the way you love you. Then there's another scripture where He says, we can find that and read it. He says, do unto others. For me, I put them I put them together side by side. Do unto others what you want them to do unto you. Isn't that love too? I mean, it's all about love.
Yeah.
You know? So, because I love myself and I know how I want to be treated, because I love myself, I should treat you in the way that I would also appreciate to be treated, because I love myself.
Yeah.
So if I want to be treated well, and I love being treated well because I love myself, it means I must treat you well. I must be gentle. I must be kind.
Yeah.
I must be loving.
I must be sensitive.
I must be sensitive. I must be considerate. I must be thoughtful. I must be all these things.
Patient.
And I cannot say, you get it. No, why should I say you get it while I'm hating you? Yet the Bible say, do it. If you're okay with it being done to you, then do it.
Fine. If it's okay. As long as you don't mind.
But if you're not okay with it, I agree you love yourself and you know how much you love yourself. You will do what you want someone else to do to you. So yeah, you got it.
Yeah,
you can read
so
it.
It's
Where is it?
Matthew 7:12. It says, so then in everything treat others the same way you want them to treat you, for this is the essence of the law and the writings of the prophets.
It's all about love.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about love. So this one is the right kind of love, the one we expected to walk in. And unfortunately, it's not as easy as that if you don't have Christ. It's not as easy as that if you don't draw it from God. Because on our own, it's hard sometimes to love others. On our own, we want to revenge sometimes. On our own, we want to make you feel what we felt. And on our own,
yesterday,
exactly.
You didn't give me food. I was hungry. I told you. You saw. I left my food at home, and you didn't feed me. Today you left yours. But I'm gonna eat it like this. That's so nice.
And that's not right, you know. But the truth is, without Jesus, without us drawing from God's love, we cannot love.
It's true.
It's hard to love.
It's true.
Our love only goes so far. It's limited and it's conditioned. Can we be honest?
It's very conditioned.
We condition it way too much because
it's bad when people do this, right? But some people do this. It's a thing of, I will get you a gift if you get me a gift.
And if you stop,
getting me a gift, I'm also on the birthday thing. Like, it's my birthday today, so if you don't get me a gift, even you on your birthday, I'm not getting you nothing. Yeah. But it's a thing of, if I genuinely love you, it shouldn't matter if you don't get me a gift. It's the fact that I love you, so I'll get you a gift.
Yeah.
If you get me a gift, praise the Lord. As for me, I love you. And I show my appreciation or my love in getting you a gift. Yeah. And that's what some people that's just an example. Is that you can't.
So it's very important. This kind of love, it's a right kind of love. The one where it's not self-touched. This one we're talking about, it's not self-centered. You can't afford to make it about you.
No, it's always about the next person.
You can't afford to make it about you. You can't afford to be arrogant either, or proud, or think you are all that, you know everything. It's all you've got it. You're better than everybody else. Even the Bible says, never think you're wiser than you are. This kind of love is the one that says that you make it about the next person. I mean, that's how Jesus loved us. That's how God loved us. He gave his one and only son to die so that we can have life. He made it about us, so much so that he was willing to give his own. And he gave his own. And we are expected to do the same.
Yeah.
We are expected to do the same, to make it about the next person, to say, I know I'm hungry and I know I only have two slices of bread, but I can give another slice of bread to another person who needs food. I can't say, but I usually eat two, so what's going to happen to me? Hello?
Yeah.
Nothing. You're not going to die. You can share your sandwich. That's loving the next person. That's being thoughtful. So this kind of love, you need to be thoughtful. You need to be considerate. You need to be sensitive to the next person. And this has nothing to do with you.
Yes.
Do you know that
at all?
This love has, the only time it has everything to do with you is, do you love yourself? Then go love others as you love yourself.
Yeah.
So if you don't love yourself, I want to encourage you, go start loving yourself, but in a right kind of way. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. You'll see, loving others will be easy in that sense. And if you are kind to yourself, it'll be easy to be kind.
It's easy to be kind to someone else.
But if you are hard on yourself, you'll be hard on another person. Have you seen that if you are hard on yourself, you become hard on others? And someone will tell you, well, now you are too hard. It's because that person is hard on themselves. Don't be hard on you. Jesus died for us. Why are you hard on yourself? Okay, forgive yourself. If you falter, you fall, you make wrong mistakes, you do things you shouldn't do. Get up, repent, forgive yourself, and love yourself. Don't be hard on yourself, because you become hard on yourself, you will be hard on others. You hate yourself, you will hate others. You think less of yourself, you will think less of others. You think you're not good enough. You will think
everybody else is not good enough.
Okay, so go and love yourself. And remember the scriptures we read. The other one was Matthew 22:39, that says, you must love your neighbor as yourself. And meaning,
love you first.
Yeah.
In order to love someone else.
Yeah.
Because you can't love someone else if you don't love yourself.
You can't give what you don't have.
No.
You can't give what you don't have. But the beautiful thing about it is, even loving yourself, you can draw it from God, isn't it? You can say, Lord, I don't know how to love this area of my life. There's one. I've made so many mistakes that I feel like, and God can teach you how to love you, can help you how to accept you, forgive you, and love you, that you can forgive also and love.
And accept
accept someone else and be there for someone else. And let me tell you, it's so liberating to love someone.
It's a very liberating thing.
It is
Very.
to really make it about someone else, to wake up and decide to make it about some, even
And
a
you're so
stranger.
happy. You become so happy. It's funny. It's almost like, and it's funny because in that situation where
feed
you're
from
given
it.
that choice to either do good or to withhold, you feel, mara, you know, like say maybe you have the 10 rand, right? And you have the option to share this 10 rand with
Yeah.
someone else who doesn't have, right? And maybe buy two things, maybe one for you and one for your friend, or you buy something for your friend, right? Or maybe that person's not even for your it's not even your friend. In that time you feel like, man, then what am I gonna have? Or yo, everything is going like my money's gonna finish. Like, guys, this is my man, he's my man, he's my money, right? But like once you take that step to actually do good for someone else, you feel like, well, okay. Yes, I'm guys, I've got money. Look, I helped you, and I'm happy that you are fed. Even me. Yes, you're happy. I'm happy. And sometimes you don't even realize that you're happy, and then you just want to say, "Wow, I'm happy." And if you think about it, and you really look deep enough, you realize it's because I helped someone today. It's because I made someone happy. So I drew. Seeing someone else happy because I helped them get there made me happy.
No, it's very true. It's very fulfilling. You don't feel like that sometimes in the beginning, but once you've done it, once you respond to that feeling to say care for that person and you do it, it's such a nice feeling.
You really feel like you almost was like, who else doesn't have? Then again, you know, it's like,
and not that you have, but that ability to put yourself aside
to put someone else first.
It's the nicest feeling ever. It's a nice, and if you can practice that, loving others becomes your second nature, and forgiving others become your second nature. Giving them a benefit of the doubt become a second nature. It's like, I understand. Even when someone doesn't treat you well, and you are able to forgive them, it becomes your second nature to say, no, it's okay. I'm sure you can even forgive them without asking them what's wrong. You can even say, you know what, maybe they're going through a bad day. Maybe, you know what, I won't let it affect me, but I'll still love them. Maybe they're having a tough day. You know, you don't quickly conclude to think it's about you. You know, you because of your love for them, you almost justify, not that you want to justify their wrongdoing, but you forgive them, let me put it that way, and you love them, which then covers them, you know. There's a verse I saw here. No, I don't think. No, it's okay. I don't think so. Okay, no, I thought there was a verse I wanted to read, but I think that's it. That's it for today. Go and love yourself. Go and take care of yourself. You know, loving yourself is paying attention to yourself. You know, read about what the word says about you, who God says you are. He says you are fearfully and wonderfully made. You know, just go and understand who God says you are. There are other things we know how to do them, isn't it? We know how to bath. We know how to, you know, look good and smell good. We already know how to do those things, but what's the point of looking all this beautiful and you don't know who God says you are? You know, God know who God says you are. Maybe we can close with Psalm 139. Hey, and then we close. So this was long, but hopefully it helps someone out there. Psalm 139, it says, oh Lord, you know, there's so many. That's why I say go and search the scriptures. Trust me, you will find yourself in it. All of you, all of us are in here. So you cannot say, I don't know who God is. I don't know who I am in God. Okay? It says, oh Lord, you have examined my heart and you know everything about me. He does. You know when I sit down or stand up. You know my thoughts even when I am far away. You see me when I travel and when I rest at home. You know everything I do. Isn't he a loving God? He says, you know when I am going to, what I'm going to say even before I say it. Right? That's why we can ask him to say, Lord, help me. This person is hating me and I know I'm supposed to love them and it's hard. May you fill my heart with love for them. And many times when you pray a prayer like that, a challenge comes where you say, do something, you know. Yes, a challenge come. You'll have to share your lunch, give them a lift, or invite them to your house, or give them a phone call.
And it's
to
always
say,
that one
you
that
know,
you feel.
Yeah, it's not gonna just end at you praying. Just
Yeah.
know there's something else that will, and follow it. Do it. When God says, pick up a phone and say hi. God loves you. Pick it up and say it, even if you don't feel like it. You'll be different after. It says, but I want to read the other part because this is. You made all delicate. It says you made all the delicate inner part of my body and knit me together in my mother's womb. Thank you for making me so wonderful and complex. Your workmanship is marvelous. How well I know it. You watched me as I was being formed in the utter seclusion, and as I was woven together in the dark of the womb. You saw me before I was born. Every day of my life was recorded in your book. Every moment was laid out before a single day passed. How precious are your thoughts about me? You know, God's precious. God's thoughts about us are precious. He's not out here thinking, what is wrong with Moira? No, offense. He has precious thoughts about us. You know, he really does. So that if you read scriptures like that about who God says you are, trust me, you'll start loving yourself and stop believing what people tell you. And if what people are telling you is true, go work on it.
Yeah.
If they tell you, you know what, when you've got a problem with anger, go and work on it and trust God that you change in that area. Don't say this is me. That's loving yourself. Hearing what Fenze tells me to say, Mama, here, it hurts when you go this way. She's helping me, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then I go and work on myself, and then I change in that area. What am I doing? I'm loving myself. And I go back and I love her differently. What am I doing? I'm loving her as
She loves herself.
Amen. Last words, Fenze, and we close.
Go love yourself and learn to love yourself first. Then go love your neighbor as you love yourself. And who's your neighbor? It's everybody around
Everybody
you.
around you. That person
Everyone
next to
around
you,
you.
whether it's in the taxi or wherever,
Even that one
even
you
in the
feel.
shop.
Go ahead, you look at them and you wanna run.
Yes.
That one.
Go
more
love
especially.
them. Yes. And that one asking for something on the side of the road.
Yeah.
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 Go love them. But you'll be able to love them if you can love yourself. And if you can't, draw from God. Because with our own, we can't. But anyway, it's been fun. Thank you so much for watching. We hope this was helpful.
Yeah.
Until next time.
Bye.
Adios.